Day 26 first half start. Defensive. Defensive. He forced citizens to do hard work, including heightening the city walls for defensive purposes. Hesitate. Hesitate. Don't hesitate. Join now. Competitive. Competitive. For others, it means making activities less competitive. Sticky. Sticky. I remember a cosmetics company that received complaints about sticky sunblock lotion. Incentive. Incentive. We provide them strong financial incentives. Landscape. Landscape. Yet despite its small size, Puerto Rico has a wide variety of landscape. Accurately. Accurately. Paintings do not have to represent history accurately. Owner. Owner. The most popular color is silver, and 4 out of 10 car owners prefer this color. Antarctica. Antarctica. Most of Antarctica is covered with ice and snow. Farming. Farming. The Igbo occupy densely settled farming areas in southeastern Nigeria. Innovation. Innovation. In looking for improvements and innovations, we tend to focus our attention on what went wrong. Inertia. Inertia. Inertia is the tendency of an object to remain still unless a force is applied to it. Edge. Edge. People feared that if they traveled too far they might fall off the edge of the earth. Evaluate. Evaluate. The brain receives this message, and evaluates it in terms of how much pain is felt. Critic. Critic. Critics disliked his conversational writing style. Toxic. Toxic. It has bright red coloring that warns predators that it is toxic. Immediate. Immediate. This company say the machine can process 1 person per second and produce almost immediate results. Imperfect. Imperfect. A human being is an imperfect creature. Permanent. Permanent. This is time-consuming. However, it is rewarding, because these notes will in turn become a permanent asset for you. Extreme. Extreme. Ice golf turns an otherwise leisurely sport into an extreme sport. Day 26 first half end. Day 26 second half start. Invade. Invade. When did the Romans invade Britain? Barn. Barn. We live in some type of shelter, whether it is an apartment, a house, or a barn. Consist. Consist. Each team consists of 5 players with various degrees of disability. Thrill. Thrill. But that was enough to make me thrilled. Minor. Minor. Schools have a duty to care for their students because the students in their care are minors, who need more protection than adults. Awaken. Awaken. Late one Saturday evening, I was awakened by the ringing of my phone. Chew. Chew. When you take a bite and begin to chew your food, it becomes smaller, softer, and easier to swallow. Wellbeing. Wellbeing. This suggests that we may be literally releasing toxins from our system when we cry, and that crying itself may support our overall well-being. Convert. Convert. We enjoy watching movies with DVDs in which pictures and sounds are converted to digital data. Influential. Influential. Soon he became the most influential person in the government. Sympathetic. Sympathetic. If you find yourself in a conversation with someone who is depressed, hurt, or frustrated, show them kindness and give them a sympathetic ear. Hum. Hum. He is humming a song to himself. Generator. Generator. The wind turns giant blades connected to the towers and enables electrical generators to work. Hallway. Hallway. Maria held her father's hand tightly as she saw the bigger boys and girls walking down the hallway. Gratitude. Gratitude. Today is my birthday, and you gave me the biggest present. Please take this as my gratitude to you. Religious. Religious. His father was a well-known religious thinker, and his older brother a famous philosopher. Spouse. Spouse. What you and your spouse need is quality time to talk. Potentially. Potentially. International computer companies see a potentially huge market for their products in Africa. Regarding. Regarding. I am writing regarding your company's job offer. Very. Very. That is the very thing numerology gives you for a happier and more successful life. Day 26, second half end. Day 27, first half start. Worsen. Worsen. Government intervention has worsened the situation. Region. Region. These sharks live in the warm waters of the eastern Pacific region. Evolve. Evolve. The fashion of Western footwear has evolved as a reflection of the period in which it was worn. Knit. Knit. The knitted hats in this season will be sent to Mali, Africa. Moral. Moral. For those who put money ahead of everything else, we need to teach moral values. Kidnap. Kidnap. She even claims that she was once kidnapped by a devil and escaped 3 days later. Pollute. Pollute. First of all, transporting millions of tourists pollutes the air and the seas. Steal. Steel. They are made from stone, brick, concrete, wood, steel, and iron. Substance. Substance. They called this pain-stopping substance salicin. Solution. Solution. Using disposable medical items is the best solution in hand. Litter. Litter. A city had a problem with litter. Capture. Capture. A little further on, a group of forest people captured the master and took him to their chief for human sacrifice. Assign. Assign. Each one donated will be assigned to a student in need. Apologize. Apologize. If possible, apologize right away for little things like bumping into someone. Mass. Mass. Before a mass of tasks, always remember one task at a time. Institute. Institute. In general, museums give us more direct educational experiences than other educational institutes. Highly. Highly. They believe that I am highly gifted. In spite of. In spite of. In spite of the pain she suffered from her injuries, she kept on exercising until she was able to run again. Consistent. Consistent. People want to be consistent and will keep saying yes if they have already said it once. Consequently. Consequently. Consequently, less money flows into the banks, which will decrease the money they keep. Day 27 first half end. Day 27 second half start. Suck. Suck. It attaches itself to the roots of other plants and sucks their juices. Sum. Sum. What's the sum of these numbers? Stress. Stress. You should stress the main points in your presentation. Pose. Pose. Also, they pose for photographers wearing working clothes or buying a hot dog from a snack bar. Basic. Basic. It's called free will and it's your basic right. Backward. Backward. During this spin move, the skater's face looks backward. Superior. Superior. Believing them to be superior, he feels he can never achieve their level of competence. Spare. Spare. On the way back home, we had a flat and no spare tire. Supplement. Supplement. With little control and regulation, taking supplements is a gamble and often costly. Medium. Medium. The search for an appropriate medium is not always easy, but it is far from impossible. Envious. Envious. She felt envious of her sister's success in her business. Persistent. Persistent. The customer was persistent in requesting a refund. Elderly. Elderly. Years ago I met a boy in Brazil who told me that his best friend was an elderly man on the street. Glowing. Glowing. But after receiving a glowing review from the press, rent became the hottest ticket in town. Complicated. Complicated. The convention of communication between scientists is formal and complicated. Given. Given. Over the given period of time, the average rainfall for spring in each year was more than 200 millimeters. Indeed. Indeed. Indeed, language changes lives. Availability. Availability. Humans have used this as a building material since ancient times because of its easy availability. Per capita. Per capita. Annual rice consumption per capita in Korea fell by more than 20 kilograms during that period. Up to. Up to. Speeding violations can result in fines of up to $200. Day 27 second half end. Day 28 first half start. Innovative. Innovative. There was an innovative plane in the early 20th century. Oh. Oh. If you owe the company $500 and do not pay it that month, the company adds from $6 to $8 to the $500. Candidate. Candidate. After a good chat, the candidate finished his cup of tea and made his way out of the door. Coal. Coal. The chemicals come mainly from oil, but also from natural gas and coal. Uncomfortable. Uncomfortable. Technological development often forces change, and change is uncomfortable. Wander. Wander. As they talk, I wander to the backyard of the neighbors. Robber. Robber. There were robbers and criminals who could do almost anything they wanted. Military. Military. Boys lived at the school to receive their military training for wars. Delight. Delight. There should be rich colors to delight our eyes and sweet sound to ring in our ears. Pump. Pump. Gino and Judy began to madly pump out water as fast as they could. Aroma. Aroma. Once you have smelled the delicious aroma of garlic, you'll never forget it. Expense. Expense. She could not afford to pay the doctor's bills and hospital expenses. Digest. Digest. The robot digests its food in a series of stomach-like devices called microbial fuel cells. Sniff. Sniff. Then one day a sailor, sniffing the air, said, "Lands ahead." Square. Square. It begins by placing number 1 in the center square of the top row. Angle. Angle. The sand hills were amazing. They changed color depending on the angle of the sun. Retire. Retire. An elderly carpenter was ready to retire. Distract. Distract. This competition, teachers feel, distracts students from their school work. Vast. Vast. Tiny differences in performance or product quality translate into vast differences in payoff. On purpose. On purpose. He was keeping himself cut off on purpose. Day 28 first half end. Day 28 second half start. Appetite. Appetite. When food dyed blue is served to people, they lose appetite, they don't want to eat. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. The man's first trophy was unacceptable, and he was sent back for another try. Reluctant. Reluctant. Most people were reluctant to work on his farm because they dreaded the awful storms there. Discourage. Discourage. The O are not alone in discouraging their children from crawling. Obesity. Obesity. Things like happiness, depression, and obesity can spread like wildfires through social networks. Individually. Individually. Alton's cookie is rectangular shaped and wrapped individually. Astonish. Astonish. After dinner, my father leaned back and belched loudly, which astonished our guests. Basement. Basement. Some rushed to the roads to escape, and others hid in their basements. Experienced. Experienced. Uncle John, an experienced rancher, said, "Hey, guys. Can I try?" Fill out. Fill out. After filling out the forms, I had to wait about 2 hours to meet the doctor. Hang up. Hang up. Amazed at the news, I forgot to thank him for giving me such a great opportunity and hung up. Pedestrian. Pedestrian. So electric cars could be dangerous to some pedestrians, especially the blind. Interview. Interview. It wouldn't be proper to wear a t-shirt and blue jeans to a job interview. Permit. Permit. In all instances, however, cheating and physical force are not permitted. Boundary. Boundary. The boundary between two countries is marked by a river. Change. Change. She poured all the change on the floor and counted it carefully. Uneasy. Uneasy. He had an uneasy feeling. Unit. Unit. The members of a family are a cohesive unit in our society. Accordingly. Accordingly. Your team will quickly learn what your standards are and perform accordingly. Arise. Arise. Stomach aches, indigestion, and all sorts of trouble with digestive organs can arise from chronic anger. Day 28 second half end. Day 29 first half start. Literally. Literally. Here the clothes are literally covering up the person's sense of insecurity. Inability. Inability. A silversmith's inability to satisfy his customer. Account for. Account for. That accounts for much of the difference in learning course between the two. Empty. Empty. A mother of a child says that linking jobs, such as laying the table and emptying the dishwasher, with pocket money is helpful. Fictional. Fictional. The movie is based on a fictional story set in space. Fluid. Fluid. Bactrians rarely sweat, helping them conserve fluids for long periods of time. Assist. Assist. Please assist the police in our efforts to protect your cars. Carpenter. Carpenter. This event's name is misleading because the hammer does not look like a carpenter's tool at all. Rating. Rating. The subjects listened to the 4 records again and made their second set of ratings. Ingredient. Ingredient. It wasn't until the early 19th century, however, that chemists created a simpler version of aspirin ingredient. Registration. Registration. Registration begins at 12 p.m. Crawl. Crawl. Every other skill, including talking, eating, crawling, and walking, is acquired. Discovery. Discovery. The discovery means this animal lived with men 4,000 years before the ancient Egyptians. Uncertainty. Uncertainty. Thus, a certain amount of uncertainty always exists for a new business. Friendly. Friendly. It is often said that Latinos are friendly people. Protein. Protein. Ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica, rich in essential fatty acids, protein, and vitamin A. Farther. Farther. The farther out in space you go, the less gravity there is. Stack. Stack. Leave about an inch between this coin and the stack. Involuntary. Involuntary. As long as neither your brain nor your ears are impaired, hearing is involuntary. Mosquito. Mosquito. Bats eat millions of mosquitoes and other annoying insects. Day 29 first half end. Day 29 second half start. Intention. Intention. My good intention did not lead to expected results. Nursing home. Nursing home. I was working at a nursing home. Stiff. Stiff. If you do not stay active and include a few simple stretches in your everyday routine, you'll be more stiff and probably suffer from my aching back a little more often. Intelligent. Intelligent. She noticed that he was an intelligent student but received low grades. Switch. Switch. Yet when offered the opportunity to switch from a mug to a chocolate bar or vice versa, only 1 in 10 switched. Originate. Originate. The expression originated in the 17th century. Spirit. Spirit. They are able to predict the future, sense spirits, and even read others' minds. Consume. Consume. The above chart shows the percentage of global energy which was consumed in 2008. Plot. Plot. I alone have the power to determine the plot of my life. Wipe. Wipe. Your eyelids protect you only when you blink or close your eyes to keep them wet and to wipe away dirt and dust. Steep. Steep. The closest bus stop is a mile below the apartment complex, down a steep hill. Hydroelectric. Hydroelectric. Hydroelectric power is a clean and renewable power source. Architect. Architect. Every student is the architect of his own fortune. Wound. Wound. Nasruddin stopped the bleeding and bandaged the deep wound. Graze. Graze. Hundreds of sheep were grazing in the meadow. Incredible. Incredible. It's incredible to think that the hot desert was so near. Glance. Glance. At first glance, he looked like a bum. Bang. Bang. My goldfish was banging against the side of the bowl. Enthusiastic. Enthusiastic. I did not know how to ride a bike, but I was enthusiastic just thinking about learning. Memorize. Memorize. It is important for the speaker to memorize his or her script to reduce on-stage anxiety. Day 29, second half end. Day 30, first half start. Broadcast. Broadcast. Television stations broadcast all day and all night. Bite. Bite. Sometimes dogs bite people when they are frightened. Explanation. Explanation. Asking why allows people to create explanations. Emphasize. Emphasize. She can use her hands freely to emphasize what she's saying. Quit. Quit. Besides, if you quit smoking, you can save money. Drown. Drown. In bad weather, sea waves can break boats and drown people. Blank. Blank. Do you ever find yourself staring at a blank piece of paper? Key. Key. Key factors influencing movie choices in Korea. Forecast. Forecast. Well, actually it was the formal weather forecast made in April. Advise. Advise. Others advise, sometimes it takes a while to get used to a new place and make friends. Content. Content. It is better to be content with half than to lose all. Fortune. Fortune. In fact, 80% of millionaires in America made their fortunes in one generation. Chief. Chief. The chief of the Forest Service recently explained that there is a new and better way to save our forests. Horror. Horror. The popularity of horror movies is twice as high as that of animation. Obese. Obese. He decided to start exercising regularly to prevent becoming obese. Charity. Charity. It will also make them depend on the charity of others. Resistance. Resistance. As a matter of fact, most of us prefer the path of least resistance. Factor. Factor. Lack of sleep increases food intake and could be a factor promoting fatness. All of a sudden. All of a sudden. All of a sudden, he heard two explosions from the side of the road. Accustomed. Accustomed. As the fisherman was accustomed to such events, he swam to save the professor who could not swim. Day 31st half end. Day 32nd half start. Inflation. Inflation. During the 5 years, the increasing rate of college tuition was higher than the inflation rate each year. Twinkle. Twinkle. Twinkle, little star, how I wonder where you are. Crisis. Crisis. A crisis of the environment. Slam. Slam. I slammed the bedroom door, threw myself on the bed and cried. Rick went out. Infect. Infect. Computer virus is infecting computers in companies, homes, and universities. Countless. Countless. During her childhood, she spent countless hours in speech therapy. Accessible. Accessible. However, some of the land in these parks is accessible only by foot. Adoption. Adoption. Adoption of a contract. Proof. Proof. And the proof cannot be denied. Long term. Long term. You won't suffer any long-term eye damage. Acceptable. Acceptable. The unsportsmanlike behavior in last month's game is not acceptable. Mention. Mention. I expected to see some mention of this catastrophe in your magazine, which has millions of readers around the world. Destructive. Destructive. Undoubtedly, the most destructive force in our lives is the negative use of our imaginations. Unwrap. Unwrap. As he unwrapped the object, Corbett recognized the trophy and called the police. Dip. Dip. My relatives licked the ends of their chopsticks, dipping them into the dozen or so dishes of food. Accomplishment. Accomplishment. He shook Amy's hand and congratulated her on her accomplishment. Accident. Accident. After the accident, he was filled with despair. Significance. Significance. The significance of cooperation. Ladder. Ladder. Surprisingly, the latter group felt less stressed and had lower blood pressure. Merely. Merely. Instead of being satisfied, most of us merely want more. Day 30 second half end.